We just got our permits. We're all checked in. Glacier National Park, doing the northern loop. What do you guys think? We just got our.
Let's do it.
We just got the bejesus scared out of us about bears.
Got a little anxious energy. I think it's going to be good.
Sounds like day 4 is bear country, potentially, from what the rangers have seen and campers have seen. So that'll be good.
The last campground, the bear just tore off the toilet seat yesterday morning in the pit toilet. So yeah, sounds like an adventure.
It's gonna be awesome.
We're about to take off on the Going to the Sun Road. See what we can see. So me and my longtime buddies, Joel and Jason, flew in from all different corners of the country, from Oregon, Georgia, and Southern California. And we had 5 days ahead of us to hike the Northern Loop, which is a 52-ish mile loop that most people do in about 6 days, 5 nights. We decided to do it in 4 nights, basically combining days 2 and 3 into one long day. But we wanted to limit the time away from our families, as each of us have 3 kids at home, and we're leaving our wives to wrangle them while we get to go have this amazing experience. Huge thanks to the wives for supporting us in our adventures like this. It's a big sacrifice for them to make, but I think they're on board because they know we will go away and come back better husbands, stronger fathers, and more ready to tackle challenges. It's part of why we do this, to take time out to talk, learn, and grow. And taking in the scenery ain't bad either. We've done a few trips like this now, and it's becoming something that we all look forward to, and a tradition that all of us want to continue to maintain in future years. You know, great friendships don't just come along all the time, and relationships don't maintain themselves. It takes intentionality, and with dudes, it usually requires some adventure. Not bad, not bad.
Oh, come on. Big room.
This'll do. Alright, we're heading into the park. Day 1. We've encountered our first major obstacle. No coffee shops are open within a 50-mile radius. So it's a bummer to start the trip off, but it's looking beautiful in here. And yeah, what do we got, a 10-mile day today?
10-miler. Yep.
Gotta get to Elizabeth Lake foot. So should be good. We were getting some smoky skies yesterday, so we were worried about the smoke, but check it out. We've got clear blue skies, beautiful mountains. Looking good. Well, crisis averted. The mini Glacier, what's it called? Mini Glacier Hotel.
Yep.
Came in clutch. Got some Montana Coffee Traders coffee. Not too shabby. And so, quick pit stop before we go. All right, we made it to the trailhead, Iceberg, Ptarmigan Trail. Trying to figure out which way to go.
Not a great start.
We don't want to start off going the wrong way. But we got 10 miles to go at Ptarmigan Tunnel today, and so that's about halfway there, about 4 miles up to the tunnel. Feeling good. Got our coffee, got our water filled. Should be good to go. You guys ready?
Yep. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Big group. Everywhere. That's awesome.
Where are you guys from?
All over.
Oregon, Georgia, California.
Oh, and where are you going tonight?
Elizabeth Lake.
Elizabeth head or foot.
Foot.
And then where are you going after that?
Doing the Northern Loop.
Oh, you're getting in the Northern Loop. You're getting Stony second,
50.
one of the 50.
And then Granite.
And Granite.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a great loop there. Oh, you're not going to have to worry about water. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's raining.
thankfully. We're a little bit worried about tomorrow's 14 miler, but other than that,
Over Stony, yeah.
that's going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
You know, and that one, but what happens is all the way up to Stony, you're just like, ah.
Takes your mind off it.
Yeah.
Maybe drink more. Does seem like an old guy move.
Looks like he's 20 years.
The hike up to Ptarmigan Tunnel was an amazing start to the trip. It could be done in a day hike, and there were a lot of hikers on the trail up to the tunnel, but the view of the other side was amazing and one of the best lunch spots I've ever had. Watch out for the thieving chipmunks, though. After we started hiking down from Ptarmigan, we left the day hikers behind and only saw a few backpackers here and there, really for the rest of the trip. And it was a few more miles down from there to get to Elizabeth Lake Foot, where our reservation was for night one. It's way more wobbly than I expected. The backcountry camping in Glacier is very different than any I've ever experienced in my backpacking trips. They are very bear aware and have built their campsites around this. Apparently, Glacier National Park is one of the few places in the US where both black and grizzly bears coexist and thrive in the same area. So they drill it into you that you have to immediately bring your smellables into the common cooking area upon reaching camp. And only once those are stored in the lockers or the bear hangs that are provided at each camp can you go and set up your tent. Day one was a great start to the trip. We did 10.5 miles and 2,700 feet of gain and loss. And it was just so exciting to hear everybody in the camp be so jazzed about the route that we got and just felt like we won the lottery and had so much to look forward to. All right, day two. Day two. Day three. Day two. We're starting off our big day. Got 14 miles to go today. 3,600 feet, something like that. And so we got to go up over Stony Indian Pass today. So feeling good. We had breakfast. We had Joel's coffee.
And Joel forgot his hiking sticks.
Had to go back for the hiking sticks. You good to go now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Is this on video?
Let's rock it.
Great, good start.
Hey, man. Oh, wow. We're rolling.
All right.
Oh, I don't think this is gonna be long enough. We're gonna try to tether the Crocs back. Oh, that's not long enough, Joel.
Are we gonna, that's the end?
Yeah.
We got a rope right here.
Maybe I can get to
You
this.
want to tie one onto that?
Good.
We're gonna do it now. I feel like I'm called. I'm gonna send my Crocs back. Can you believe it?
slippery, so I'm worried.
Oh, that's good.
Holy moly.
Made it. Top Stony Indian Pass. Here's our campsite right down there for the night. Another mile or so. Good job, boys.
Way to go.
Another interesting thing about backpacking in Glacier is that you're only allowed 2 tents per group, and they're very strict about this, so factor that into your trip planning. All campgrounds in Glacier have either an outhouse or an open-air pit toilet. I thought this was a fantastic perk to the rigid system they have there, and this was quite possibly the best backwoods bathroom experience I've ever had. So, like I said, day 2 was our big day, and we covered about 15 miles and 3,300 feet of gain. It was definitely a big effort, but not quite as bad as we thought it might be. The hike up to Stony is beautiful and filled with waterfalls, but also a lot of false passes that we had to keep getting up and over. Every trip we do, we pick a book that we all read in advance so we have something to discuss on the trip. And this trip we chose The Meaning of Marriage by Tim Keller. So this morning we took advantage of having a shorter day and enjoyed having a long, leisurely breakfast, discussing the book, and enjoying this amazing place. All right, getting a late start this morning. Start of day 3. We're leaving this amazing campground, Stony Indian Lake. And we're heading down this pass. We're gonna drop down a couple thousand feet, and then climb back up a couple thousand feet. Going to 50 Mountain tonight. About 7 miles, so shouldn't be too much. Hopefully. See how the legs are feeling after our big day yesterday. All right, let's do it.
Made it to the top of the first pass of the day. Hopefully the only pass today.
Yes, that was a long one.
Great view. Just found out there's a grizzly sleeping in our campsite, so we're gonna go check that out. See what the situation is. But we did it. Still people here, so that's a good sign. Highline Trail.
So as we settled into camp at 50 Mountain, we hadn't seen any signs of bear yet, and there were a bunch of deer hanging out in the campsite, which gave us what we found out later to be a false sense of security, thinking they would probably not be hanging out if there were grizzlies close by. This day was supposed to be an easy day, but I think we let ourselves not be mentally prepared for it because it kind of kicked our butts, even though it was only about 8 miles, but still about 2,900 feet of gain. So we settled in for a good night's sleep, blissfully unaware of the excitement that was to come in the morning. So as we're coming over to the common cooking area, taking some pictures of these deer that were literally feet away from us, we hear the other campers going, "Hey, bear." Getting louder and louder. So we come on over and we find this. This Mama Grizz had barreled right into the cooking area. She had 3 cubs with her, although they didn't come in too close. It was definitely a little too close for comfort, but she never got aggressive or defensive. She just came in and sniffed some food bags, scratched her back, and then decided to use one of the campers' backpacks as a salt lick, biting and licking the hip belt. But then, as the group spread out shoulder to shoulder to look bigger, she finally scampered off, and the cubs took off running after her. All in all, I thought that everybody handled the situation really well. Nobody discharged bear spray, and the bear didn't get any food. And although the coast seemed clear, we didn't tarry there very long and decided to pack up and hit the trail.
Oh, success. All right, starting off day 4. Had a little fun in camp this morning. Mama Grizzly, 3 cubs. So a little later start than we'd hoped. Got a pretty big day. Got like 12 miles, 3,000 feet. And it's supposed to storm this afternoon, so we're hoping to get as far as we can before it starts. Let's do it.
So we decided to take the half-mile detour up to Ahern Pass to get a good view for lunch. But in hindsight, it seems we were lulled into another false sense of security by the perfect weather we'd been having for the morning. And later, we learned we probably should have skipped this view and tried to get on down the trail before the storm came. This should have been especially apparent to us on a trail like the Highline Trail, which is above 7,000 feet and exposed much of the way.
Thanks for checking. Well, story time. I didn't get a lot of footage, video from the end of the day yesterday. We had a little mishap. So we got caught in that rainstorm coming down the Highline Trail, and we got to a point where we tried to decide whether we should put press on or whether we should try to hunker down on some rocks and let it pass. And we decided we're not seeing a lot of lightning. We heard very little thunder, and so we decided to go for it and started coming down. And then we started getting lightning more and more frequent. We started counting it. It was getting closer and closer until we were hearing it overhead. And there really was nowhere to take shelter on that trail. It's very exposed going down the Highline Trail there. And so we started to rush. And, we were watching out on the horizon looking for lightning, and didn't see a rock that I slipped and turned my ankle on, and, fell head over heels there. Luckily, fell into the hill and not off the hill, but I bent my hiking pole across my knee, and so sprained my ankle pretty good. And we had, I think, 3 miles to go from that point. So kind of had to hobble into camp last night in the rain, set up camp in the rain. So not the best finale coming into the last night's campsite, but we got it done. We handled it. So I was proud of ourselves for pushing through. It's good that we pushed on through and we got there and we were safe. So definitely some takeaways there that I'm going to be thinking about for future trips. But anyway, so we're starting day 5 here, and I've got my ankle taped up and got my boot laced on tight and feeling okay. We got about 8 miles out today, and so I think we're gonna do okay. But definitely an eye-opening experience, and some lessons well learned that I'll be mulling over for some time. But right now the guys are down there checking out the Granite Park Chalet, and I said I would stay here with the bags and the bear spray, of course, and
so they could go check it out and, you know, get some video of that. And so I'm gonna come back here, and then we're gonna head up Swift Current Pass, and I think it's about 1,000 feet up this pass here, and then it's all downhill back to the trailhead, and then this trip will be in the books. So we'll see how we do today. May not get as much footage today. Got to use these trekking poles as canes a little bit. So yeah. So anyway, we'll make the best of it. Not a bad place to sit and chill.
In its cap.
Still got your dongle?
Got it. Never letting it go.
Swift Current Pass.
Oh man.
Made it. Great job.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Good job.
Did it, boys. Great job. All right. Who's ready for a cheeseburger?
Me. Like limping into the car. Oh yeah.
All right, post-hike weigh-in. Let's see how much we shed. 25.6.
Wow.
Let's push the button. 39.56.
29.32.
Nice. What are you carrying in there?
Still 10 pounds heavier than you guys.
Isn't that crazy?
Wet stuff? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. Let's get a snack and get to town. In total, we covered about 52 miles and had over 13,000 feet of elevation gain. Luckily, the hike out the last day was manageable after taping up my ankle with Leuco tape, lacing up my boots tight, and taking plenty of aspirin. I was fine as long as we kept moving and kept it warm. That night in the hotel room, though, it definitely swelled up to a full-blown cankle. So I'm definitely glad this happened close to the end of the trip. And like I said, there were quite a few takeaways that I'm still processing from this trip, and I'll probably make a whole other video on just those learnings. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss those. All in all though, this was an amazing bucket list worthy trip. I highly recommend it. It was definitely a hard and heavy hiking trip, but the views and the scenery are unmatched, and I feel blessed to have been able to be there and see it. And getting it to do it with these guys, it's just so valuable. And I'd encourage you to, if you have an opportunity to take trips with friends that you value, then definitely make it a priority if at all possible. It's going to help you become a better husband, a better dad, or role model, whatever that role may be for you.
Everything hurts.
Going down sideways.